only going to help yourselves, you don't have to by any means, but I'm just going to post it here. It's a new thing I've been doing. Oh. You're going to help yourselves, you don't have to by any means, but. So, hi YouTube, and welcome to the 1010 podcast, episode 39. It's not the real recording yet, so I'm going to step back over to the main shot. There you go. And now I'm going to take a little second to start the show. Actually, I'll be okay. 1, 2, 3. Hi, and welcome to the 1010 podcast, episode 39. This is the diverse show when we bring 10 different artists on in all different genres to come and feature one of their tracks each year. Coming up first from Toronto in Canada, Mr. Ed Corrado. Could you introduce yourself, Ed? Who is Ed Corrado and what's the story behind your song, Two Souls?
Hi, I'm Ed Corrado. Basically, I've been playing and recording for a long time. I stopped for a long time and then over COVID, like everybody else, started up again. And because of, how easy it is now to get online and to get streamed, I thought I'd upload it and then started doing videos and all that. So basically my music's rock genre. And,
You're fantastic. I've had my eye on you for a while, dude. And we've got a mutual friend. I believe you're friends with Ed Eagle and he's NAS. And NAS is brilliant. I love what Ed does. I've wrote a couple of articles before, and you were in one of the playlists when I wrote an article for him. I'm sure you were Ed Corrado. I've always remembered your name. So your music's fantastic. If you don't know Ed, you're going to love him. So sit back and enjoy Two Souls by Ed Corrado. One love, ladies and gentlemen.
Outside her place, she reads the walls, welcome to the race. And she's alone, away from home, and she knows no one, she's so alone. He's always had to push and shove, always had to rise above. Whoa, whoa, na na na. He goes home to a dial tone, and he works so hard, he's so alone. Two souls on a long ride, two lovers on different sides. One voice gets carried away, one line that had to pay. She sees him from across the street, and he sweeps her up off her feet. She says it's love at first sight, and he says she's absolutely right. Two souls on a long ride, two lovers on different sides. One voice gets carried away, one line that had. As time goes by, the accusations fly. Love at first sight has turned into fight. Time to get away, nothing left to say as you say goodbye. Something inside you dies.
Two Souls by Ed Corrado.
Beautiful. Beautiful.
To the show, man. Honestly, Ed Corrado, brilliant. And we're going to go ladies first. Unfortunately, there's only one of you here at the moment. So, Charisma, you're going to get the first compliment every time, dear. So we'll go Charisma, then Redbeard, Greenbeard, Whitebeard. And you'll find out what that means in a minute if you can't see already. Charisma,
How you doing?
not bad. What was your thoughts on that wonderful track of Ed's there?
Oh, I thought it was beautiful. I even loved the context of the video. It just really reflected the song. So I really liked it.
Well said, well said. Mr. Story, then Mr. Consley, then Mr. Andrews. That's my three amigos. And Tim's beard needs to grow a bit, but just look at the other two, man. Look at the beards, man. Do you know what I mean? I love these guys. I'm sorry. But yeah, Redbeard, Whitebeard, Greenbeard, please.
Yeah. Hi, Ed. How you doing? You okay? You right? That's not Ed. Right, Ed. I hope you can hear me okay. Yeah, that's an hi. All right. That's instantly in my head straight away. When it started, it's like it's just got it. Yeah. The verses had a kind of a the verses had a kind of a "Don't Fear the Reaper" kind of vibe to it, and the chorus had a bit of a Tom Petty vibe to it. But it's a very catchy song, and it's very easy on the ears. You know, it's one of them songs you can just sort of chill out to, but still rock out to at the same time. So I'll definitely be checking out some more of your stuff if that's the sort of stuff you do. That's right up my street. It's really good music. So yeah, nice job, my friend. Nice job.
Thank you very much.
Well said,
That
Mark.
was very nice.
Tim and then Steve. We'll ground everyone here, but Tim and then Steve. And welcome to the show, Rich. You managed to get in, brother. Welcome back to the show. Showed up an hour early and then he struggled to get in there, so I'm glad to see you're in now. Rich Dickinson, another guest tonight. Tim Consley?
Yeah, Ed, I thought the song was great. I agree with Mark. It did remind me a lot of Tom Petty, that type of vibe, that type of feel. And I'm a big Tom Petty fan. So, yeah, the video going along with the song, absolute perfect match. Great job.
Thank you.
Well said, well said. We'll go Steve Andrews and then Tim Susie. I'm sorry, I've been trying to practice it with Tim Consley all day. He's told me how to say it right. I said, I'm going to make a mess of it. So Tim's Whitebeard tonight and Tim S is just Tim. So Steve, then Tim, then Michael, then our next guest, Wolf. So Steve, then Tim.
Ed, I thought your song was really excellent, and the video kind of fitted with all of the lyrics and the music, and what I thought wasn't Tom Petty, and I was thinking Fleetwood Mac. I'm thinking the Rumours album. That's what was coming to mind for me, and also I really loved the guitars. Absolutely great guitars. So yeah, you know, a really great track all round, great video, great guitars, and reminded me of Fleetwood Mac.
Well, thank you. You guys are too nice.
Oh man, well said, Steve. Honestly, it's a brilliant show. Sometimes we do a 2020 podcast with family members on a Saturday, and there's 20 people getting featured, plus the other people want to come, and it's a 4 or 5 hour show then. But yeah, man, this is just a little teaser of what we would do here. Tim S, then Michael, then Wolf.
Hey, sure. I thought the song was great, you know, well produced, well written, everything, the sounds, everything's great. Actually, I was surprised. I just discovered a new song. And it was great. Love to hear more, man.
Thank you.
Honestly, every artist on the show tonight is absolutely fantastic. Honestly, and yeah, honest. Tim, Susie, what would you like to say to Ed Corrado? What was your thoughts there, brother?
Well, Ed, I enjoyed the song very much. I enjoyed the melodies. The guitaring had the flavor of Blue Oyster Cult a little bit. Don't Fear the Reaper. That kind of stuck in my head. Kept going, looking for the other melodies in the song. Enjoyed it very much. Good rock and roll. Excellent job.
Thank you.
Well said,
Thanks a
dude.
lot.
Well said. Well said. So, Wolf Glass, what was your thoughts before we get to your section? I'd like to welcome one of my co-hosts as well, Angie MJ over in Idaho. She's coming in to support the new artist tonight here. So, hi, Angie. You've only missed one song. It was a belter, but you've only missed one. So, Wolf, what's your thoughts there before we get to your section?
Yeah, Ed, great song. Definitely has a 80s feel. I call a song like that a road trip song because it makes me feel like when I'm on the road and I'm driving and I have a playlist going, it definitely fit into that. And someone who spends a lot of time in Canada, it made me think of Canada, feeling like I'm on the road because I drive to Canada often. Yeah.
Well said, man.
Excellent. Thank you.
So honestly, Ed, I hope you like this. I hope you'd love to come back and get all your songs featured because you had a pre-show article, there'll be a post-show article, and then if you want to make this place your family, this home, this show, you can do. We're doing this show in every different genre. If you look down at Kirsty Liza Jones' screen, it's the 1010 metal show that's tomorrow. I just done my first EDM last Wednesday, blues, my first blues
wow.
a week before that. I'm doing every genre, 1010. I've got 35 co-hosts now around the world doing different stuff. So I can tell you more about it in a call, or Tim can. Tim does a lot of the calls with me. Ed Corrado, until the next time, dude. Thank you for coming on the show.
Thank you very much.
No, pleasure. I hope we can hang around and enjoy the rest of the artist music. You won't be let down if you can. Coming up next from New York, we've got Wolf Glass. Hey, Wolf, could you introduce yourself? Who is Wolf Glass and what's the story behind your song, Been Up and Down? Yeah.
Thanks. I'm from New York. I'm a singer-songwriter. I play different genres. I tend to not stick to one genre, so it's hard to put me into a genre. This song is definitely more rock. I would call it boogie woogie. The song was inspired by Keb Mo because I was playing a benefit concert that he happened to be on, and he did this song. I think it was called Open Up the Gate, and it inspired me to write this song. So yeah.
Well, without further ado, it's an absolute belter again. Wolf Glass with Been Up and Down. Sit back and enjoy, ladies and gentlemen. You'll be a new fan if you've never heard of him before. But do you see this?
I've been up, I've been down, I've been all around town, and I'm searching for my crown, and it's you. Baby, don't you bring me down. We've had good times and bad. Now I'm sitting all alone, and I'm feeling so sad, and it's you. Baby, don't you make me blue. I was wild in my time. Now I do seek peace of mind. I keep rocking and rolling. The tide keeps on turning. I wanna see what's on my plate today. I've been to school and I learned the golden rule. Respect your elders till the end, or else the devil will be friend, and it's true. You know you gotta live and learn. You're so young and you wanna have your fun. You better slow yourself down, or else your days will be done, and it's true. A train wreck can stop you, you lose. I was biding my time. Speaking truth is a crime. I don't know what to say. I gotta relay this lesson of truth I dare to say. Time was a thief, and to me she dug her teeth. You better make the best what's left before you're victim of time theft. And I know that it's never too late for the show. Kindred spirit down in Mexico. It's just the ebb and flow of days. It's like an endless kind of maze. And I know that I was just a kid in the theater with Joe. Some were smoking their peace pipe. I was trying to save my life. It's just chaotic inventions. Well, they learned their lesson. I want to go back to horse and buggy days. I've been up and down and all around town, and I'm searching for my crown. Horse and buggy days, Wudang, King Kong, Yip Man, Fo Shan. You gotta understand, endless summers and endless nights, and you know everything will be alright. Cape Smoky, Don, begging chimney corner, meat cold. Take me home, country roads, take it out.
Ah, man. Fantastic.
Thank you.
Absolutely brilliant, bro.
Thanks.
So I said to Ed, I've been admiring Ed for I've been, Wolf, I don't know if you know, you've been talking to me for a couple of years on and off since I just started. I've tried to get you, man. I'll get you here eventually after 2 years. Isn't this man brilliant? Honestly.
Yes.
Ladies first, let's go with Angie, who's just come into the show and heard her first song. So Angie and then Charisma. Angie, you want to unmute yourself and tell Wolf Glass what you think of it, dear. Thank you. Yeah.
Hey, that was good. I like that. I like it. Kind of okay. So there's this really cool song that Sheryl Crow does. She kind of does similar stuff like the talking in it. I like how you did that. You're telling the story and the music. I don't know. Did you do all the instruments? I don't know, but incredible song. I felt like I was on a journey with it, and yeah, I liked how you present the song. Very well done.
Thank you. Thank you. I played the rhythm guitar, but I arranged the horns even though I didn't play them. And the lead guitar was another guitar player.
Nice. Okay. Yeah.
Nice,
Yeah.
nice.
Really neat song. I liked it. Thank you for sharing it.
And what a great name as well, Wolf Glass. You're not forgetting that in a hurry. No way in there. So Charisma, then Rich Dickinson, who never got to, I think he missed the first track because he was just coming in. So let's go Charisma and then Rich.
Well, I was just waiting for the credits to start rolling on a TV theme tune because I could just see that as a 70s, 80s, 90s sort of rom-com or something TV series. I could just see credits going up. I thought it was great. A lot of work's gone into that. It went a bit Steely Dan in the middle, which was nice with the guitar break. But just a lovely, comfortable, nice warm track. Really enjoyed it.
Thank you.
It's great.
Well said, Rich. Charisma, dear, what's your thoughts?
Oh, I thought it was the lyrics were wonderful. And the horns at the end, magnificent. And I just really like the lyrics and I like the scenery, kind of that old school type scenery. So I thought the song was really great, especially the lyrics.
Thank you.
Great job.
Thank you. I did I worked a long time writing and rewriting those lyrics to get them to work like I like them. Thank you.
Yes, yes.
Honestly, it's such an amazing track. And Ed, and then Michael, please, Ed.
Yeah, the only problem is I could only hear the vocals. So there must be something. I've got a new laptop. There must be something it's taken away everything but the vocals. The vocals are great. And the lyrics were fantastic, but I couldn't hear anything else on my end. So I'm going to have to fix that.
For sure, check the song out. It's world class. Been up and down by Wolf Glass, and it'll be okay because when I record it here, if I see it fine, then it comes in the recording is fine. So that's unfortunate. It must be your signal though, Ed. But check it out for sure, bro. Michael,
great vocal.
Yeah, man, isn't it just? Michael, then my three, and then our next guest. So Michael.
Yeah, it's actually great vocals. Did you sing that?
I
Did
sang
you
it.
sing?
Yeah, I did
Yeah.
sing it. Yeah, thank you.
Great. Actually, it's really great. I love it. Give me like I love the intro, like a blues vibe in it. Amazing,
Thank you.
man. Keep going.
Thank you.
Well said, well said. So Tim, then Steve, then Mark.
Yeah, I really loved it. Again, the blues vibe in it. That's what I love most is blues rock music. Your vocals were extremely good in that. The lyrics were awesome. And I did like the old timey video. Reminds me of a town I used to live in that still kind of looks that way. So great job on that. Great job.
Thank you.
Well said. Steve?
I thought the vocals were just outstanding. They were really clear. You could hear every word. And I thought the the instrumentation, the production was top quality as well. It sounded really good. It sounded like a full band you had there. It was a really good sound. And what Rich said, that I was thinking the same, you know, it was kind of suitable for some kind of TV series, you know, so, you know, so basically what I'm saying is it top quality production you got there all round.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Well said, Steve. Mr. Story?
Yeah, you know, if you hadn't said at the beginning that you work in different genres, I'd have thought this guy's a pretty cool blues artist. Yeah. But you work in, yeah, right. But you work in different genres. So let me ask you, do you write a song? When you write a song, do you think I'm going to write in this style now and I'm going to make a bluesy kind of track? Or how do you sort of work out what genre you're going to fit into for whatever you come up with?
I think the song kind of dictates what genre it's going to be. You know, sometimes it has a more of a blues feel or a reggae or rock or folk. Sometimes, you know, so I think it depends on the song. Usually dictates what genre it's going to turn into.
Yeah, well, that was really, really like top draw, really, really good stuff. And the beauty of the fact you do so many different genres is that when we have a blues night, you can come on that, and whatever other genres you do, you can come on that as well. So you've like really, you know, spread out. It's like spread your vision out. So yeah, great track, really, really good. I'd like to listen to some more of your stuff actually.
Thank you.
To hear your different styles and that, because you're a very, very talented musician.
Thank you.
Little does Wolf know you'll probably already be supporting him for the rest of his life. That's what Steve, Mark, and Tim are like here. You know, they support everyone that comes on the show. So, Mr. Susie, what's your thoughts here before we get to your section, dude? Tim?
Well, he's a man after my own heart, doing multi-genre styles, of course. I love that. I heard a little honky tonk blues and kind of reminded me a little bit of Randy Newman and the Blues Brothers a tad.
I heard that, but I've heard that before about Randy Newman. I've heard that. Thank you.
Yeah, I enjoyed the story behind it all. The production was excellent and good job on the vocals. Excellent. I enjoyed it.
Well said, everyone. So, Wolf Glass, thanks for coming here, dude. We're only going to have 9 artists tonight, so it's a third of the way through the show already. So it should be a quick show. Well, it's almost a third of the way through after the next one. Wolf Glass, thanks very much. Till the next time, brother.
Thank you.
Pleasure. So, coming up next from New Hampshire, Mr. Tim Susie, could you correct me if I'm saying your name wrong? Could you introduce yourself and why did you write the song Remember, brother?
My name is Tim Susie. I also do multi-genre styles of music. I've been playing original music since about the age of 15, and I've never really looked back. I've always written my own songs. I've always enjoyed every kind of music, and I've been influenced by everything because I love every kind of music. This song, I remember, especially the studio version is actually double as long as the video version that was on YouTube. And it has a lot of folk lead guitar in it. The song kind of brought me back to the 70s and growing up. And there was just so many great styles of music in the 70s that I listened to. It was a real free free feeling and peace and love and all that stuff. And this song, I remember, kind of brought me back to that time where I was humming along with songs that I didn't know the words to. But fortunately, within all of that, I was discovering my true love and my true passion, which was music all along.
Honestly, you're absolutely fantastic. And Tim said it's such a pleasure to meet you during the week. So let's go, Tim Saucy, with his song Remember. Enjoy, ladies and gentlemen. One love.
I remember when the songs had no meaning. I didn't hear a single word. The music drew me ever so closer. I stumbled on my first love, and I hummed along in silence of those songs we'd heard each day, about love and peace and happiness, and I'm holding on to those dreams. I remember when, do you remember when we were so young at heart? No cruel world in our heads, no bad thoughts ruled our dreams, and we hummed along in silence of those songs we'd heard each day, about love and peace and happiness, and I'm holding on to those dreams. And we hummed along in silence of those songs we'd heard each day, about love and peace and happiness, and I'm holding on to those dreams.
Short and sweet there, Tim.
Beautiful.
Yeah, man, absolutely just. Just like to welcome KLG. She's over in Spain at the moment with her friend here. Kirsty, would you like to say something quickly? Hey.
Yeah, that was. Hey, we're coming from Spain here. Nice to see you, everybody. Hey, Angie. Hey, Tim. Hey, everybody.
Hi.
Yeah,
Miss
fantastic.
you.
We're
Good
listening to
seeing you.
music. Yeah, this is Katie, my friend.
Hi.
And
Hi, Katie.
yeah, we're really enjoying listening to you guys. And yeah,
All
we'll
right.
stay in the background. We'll stay in the background.
Thanks,
Awesome
thanks,
stuff. Thank you.
Have fun, have fun. Yeah, just absolutely brilliant, Mr. Susie. So let's go, ladies first. We'll go Angie and then Charisma again. Angie in Idaho, what's your thoughts to that?
My thoughts is that what a beautiful voice you have. And I really like the lyrics, very soothing. And I was not expecting that sound from you, but yeah, I just like the lyrics are soothing, and the guitar playing, I really enjoyed. And I could listen to that while I'm about to take a nap. So yeah, I really liked it. Very soothing song.
Thank you.
Well said, well said. Let's go Charisma and then Rich. Charisma?
Yeah.
Well,
Sorry, Rich, Rich then Charisma. On you go, Rich. On you go, brother.
okay.
So it's me.
Yeah, man. Yeah, it's all right.
Yeah. Well,
On
I
you
was
go,
just
brother.
going to say, you can tell when a song's really good when you can strip it back as bare as what that is, and you can still listen to it, and it still follows its way through. It was lovely. The vocal was really good, very, very sparse on the guitar, and completely unspoiled. Really liked it. Really good.
Thank you.
Well said, well said. Let's go Charisma and then Wolf Glass. Charisma?
Yeah, I thought it was a very beautiful song, and I agree with Angie. You have a very beautiful voice, very talented, and I also like the scenery behind you because you can also you stand out and you can really focus on you. And love the guitar. My dad collects many guitars, so I love the guitar. Love the way you played it.
Thank you so much.
Well
Appreciate
said, well said. Wolf Glass, then Steve Andrews.
Yeah, it's a sweet, short song, and I love the tone of the guitar is really great. I was actually watching it last night because I watched some of the other videos. I had insomnia last night, and it was it made me think of Don McLean. You know who I'm talking about, right?
Indeed, yeah.
Yeah. So your vocal, and there was also a melancholy kind of sadness to part of the song, so it had that, which I liked as well. So yeah, it was good, very good.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Well said. Steve Andrews, then Ed Corrado.
Tim, I was actually thinking of David Gates, Bread, and
Another influence.
that's what I was thinking, and also I was thinking of Van Morrison, early Van Morrison. But what I'm saying is that Van would have like a full band with him. You were just you and the guitar, and it worked really well. So you had the kind of, what should we call it? Kind of the soulful, the passion that Van can project, but you had that with just you and the guitar, which is in a way, it's a kind of a purer thing, which takes me to David Gates' Bread, because his songs, you know, they had that quality as well. And so, you know, it was kind of strange because I haven't even thought of David Gates for a long time, and for some reason or other, your song, you know, jogged that feeling in me. So,
That's
you know, excellent work.
Thank you very much.
You're welcome.
Gates
Well
was-
said. Let's go Ed Corrado, and then Michael.
Yeah, again, all I could hear was vocals, which is kind of good because you guys have great vocals. The vocals are fantastic, like really good. And when you don't hear any other instrument and you just hear vocals and it's good, it's pretty impressive. Way to go. Great tune.
Thank you so much.
Well said. So Michael, and then our next, in fact, Michael, then Mr. Consley, then our next guest, Mark Story. So Michael, Tim, then Mark.
Yeah, it was beautiful. You know, this song reminds you that sometimes you don't need like a massive production behind of it. All you need is great vocals and a guitar, and that's it. In the wild, like the video. It's great. Love it.
Thank you so much.
Well said, well said. So Tim Consley, and then Mark Story.
Hey, my new bro, my new friend from this week. I absolutely loved that. Your vocals were so smooth. The guitar had a beautiful tone to it. Standing there in a grassy field, I mean, that in itself reminded me of home. And the song, the lyrics in that, it was so sweet at times, and like someone else said, it was kind of melancholy a little bit. But one thing for sure, that song invoked feelings, and so great job on that, buddy.
Thank you so much.
Well said, Tim. Mr. Redbeard, what's your thoughts, Mr. Redbeard, before we get to your section?
Okay, yeah, I mean, I could totally relate to the song in the days when we would go out and buy an album, and we'd waited months for it. We'd get home, we'd, you know, digest all the lyrics, all the notes. You know, it would be a ritual. Those days are gone, unfortunately. But yeah, I totally relate to it. I agree with what everyone else says. I'm also in love with that guitar as well because I'm a sucker for a tobacco finish guitar. But I agree with what everyone else said about the, you know, the kind of similarities. But you know, the thing that struck me was Minnie Riperton, Loving You. It had that kind of, it's very stripped back, but it doesn't need anything else. And it takes a lot to just stand up and sing with an acoustic guitar chords and do that. And you just pulled it off beautifully. So that was a really nice song. That really touched me. That was cool. That was really cool.
That's it, man. I mean, this is a diverse show. People can come on here with their mastered classics, or people can come on here with the videos they've made on their mobile phone. You know, it's like whatever in this place, isn't it? So, yeah, Tim, Susie, until the next time, brother. Thank you for being a marvelous guest. We'll see you again soon, eh?
Thank you very much.
Pleasure, pleasure. So, coming up next, Mr. Story from London. Could you introduce yourself, Mark, And what's the story behind your song Feed My Demons? You're muted there, by the way. So introduce yourself and the story behind Feed My Demons, Mark.
Okay, well, I'm Mark Story, and I play what I call voodoo blues rock. It's got a bit of a dark edge to it. So I came up with a riff for this song about 8 months ago, a year ago, while I was jamming to a backing track one night. That's a cool riff. So I built the song around the riff, and all the stuff you hear, I literally did the whole backing track. I haven't got an idea what the song's going to be about until I've got all the music done, and then I let it wash over me and try and come up with the lyrics. And the concept for the song is that many of us suffer from depression, and it affects us all differently. I'm no different to anyone else, but I found that it gives me an outlet through my music to kind of, it helps me to kind of, you know, clear my head. But sometimes when I'm writing material, I have to feed my demons. I have to take my mind back to whatever it is that's, you know, that get into that headspace, which is can be quite debilitating. But as long as the product turns out good, then I'm happy. I played everything on it, sang everything on it, I produced it, then I made the video. That was a labour of love. That took about a week. It's best watched with the lights out, and you'll see why. Anyway, I hope you enjoy it. It's got a very hypnotic kind of groove.
Everything you do, Mark, is just brilliant, man. If you don't know Mr. Redbeard, he doesn't just look good, but to hear him as well, right? Let's go, ladies and gentlemen. Feed My Demons by Mark Story. One love.
Underneath a mask of skin and bone, my secret identity. And it's good to know that you're never alone with a split personality. Been drowning in slow motion with my alter ego since I can remember. And I'm looking at me from the back of the dark mirror. Nighttime it haunts my dreams with all kinds of evil. Leads me to decadent days for the psychotic hedonism. But I guess that's the price I pay when I feed my demons. When I feed my demons. Suddenly I'm not the one you used to know, and I'm wondering how I begin to explain this freak show. I've only got myself to blame for my self-destruction, yet here I go again. Yeah. motion with my alter ego.
Jeez, man.
Yeah, beautiful.
Wonderful, wonderful, wonderful musician, man. Very, very high level stuff. I was going to say Kirsty to go first, but I think she had to go there. So we'll stick to the plan. We'll go ladies first. So Charisma, then Angie this time. Charisma, what's your thoughts?
Oh, yeah. Well,
Yeah.
first of all, I love the coloring of the video. It was very interesting to see him play that harmonica, if that's what that was. And I really love the beat and the guitaring. I was sitting here rocking my head. I said, whoa, this is good. This is great. So I liked it.
Thank you very much. Cheers. Appreciate it. Thank you.
Well said. So let's go Angie and then the girls in Spain, because Kirsty's here. Angie and then the girls in Spain.
Mark, that was amazing. I like your guitar riffs, and the soloing parts are always like my favorite in a rock song. Like Slash is one of my favorite guitarists, and just really good, like the beat and stuff. Just like Charisma was saying, just enjoyed the beat, enjoyed all the musicianship that you got going on there. It's great music, and I love the red beard. You know that.
Imagine how my partner feels, because when I shoot these videos, and I suddenly decide that I need to go to the toilet, I just walk back in the house in full gear. So I walk back in the house with a pumpkin head on, with a meat cleaver in my hand, and my missus looks up and she goes, "How's the video going?" And I'm like, "Yeah, it's going good," gesticulating with the meat cleaver. You know, want a cup of coffee before you go back down there, love? It's surreal in my house, I tell you.
I bet. Well said, Angie. So KLJ over in Spain.
Hey, Mark. How you doing?
Hey, where you been?
It's so nice to see you. And Angie and Steve and everyone, and Tim, of course.
Hello.
We were listening. We're on the balcony here in Spain, and we're listening to your tunes. And we're having a little boogie, actually, because you always get me dancing. I love your tracks. I love your tunes, and I love your music videos. You know, I'm a fan of you. You know that. So that's us from La España.
It's really good to see you. It's really good to see you.
Thanks, Mark. Thank you. Feeling good. Love you.
Good.
Thanks,
Good
Mark.
love.
Well said, girls. Well said. Let's go Rich and then Wilf.
Well, that was really original. I thought it was excellent. I thought it was like Alice Cooper meets Lemmy, meets trance music, meets lots of different genres in there. But I thought the harmonica was the absolute killer in there, because it just defined something different in it. It was unexpected. Really good. I really enjoyed it immensely. You guys are going to completely outclass me, so I thought it was great. That was great.
You're spot on with Alice Cooper. Absolutely spot on, because
I've seen him a few times, so I'm a big fan.
Yeah.
Well said.
Thank you
Do
very much. Yeah, thank you.
Do you know Rich was a last minute replacement for Ahir, who couldn't make it tonight? So Rich was going to come on in a month's time, and he just at the last second came on the show. So I'm glad you're here, brother. I'm glad you're here. Wilf, then the two Tims will go Susie and then Consley. So Wilf.
Yeah, Mark, great track, very, very dark. I was listening last night with my insomnia, and two names came to mind, George Thorogood, and I don't know why, but the Charlie Daniels band, The Devil Went Down to Georgia. I'd love to learn how to bend those notes, because I play blues harp, but you definitely got bending those notes. I'd love to learn that.
It's a technique. It takes a while to get it, but it's just the shape of your mouth. You know, you just got to slightly change the shape of your mouth, and once you got it, you never lose it.
Yeah, I love that.
Slightly change. Yeah, it's hard to describe it. It's just one of them things. Thank you. I appreciate your comments. Yeah,
Thank you.
And I'll take George Thorogood and Charlie Daniels every day of the week.
Yeah.
Definitely bad to the bone, Marky boy. Mr. Tim in New Hampshire, then Tim in Indiana.
Hey, well, very intense song, to say the least. I heard it. It was almost like two songs in one I was listening to. I love the contrast with the distorted vocals. That kind of stuck out. The harp definitely stuck out. The guitaring. I mean, I heard some parts of it was just like mayhem. I'm thinking, 70s rock, either Led Zeppelin or ELP or even Slipknot kind of stuff. Just the mayhem going on in the music kind of kept me more than interested, to say the least. Excellent production work. I love the lyrics too.
Thank you.
Nice.
Thank you. Yes, much appreciated. Thank you, my friend. Thank you.
Well said. Tim in Indiana, then Michael in Israel, then on to our next guest, Steve in Portugal.
Yes, I thought the guitar and the bass were just killer in that, especially that heavy bass riff right at the very beginning of it. I thought those were killer. The harmonica also, your vocals sounded great. Cool effects with the video, man. Great job.
Yeah, thanks. I bought new strings for the bass. That's why it's really sounding.
Yeah, you're supposed to replace those every 3 or 4 years.
Well, actually, do you know what, Tim? This is the first track I've done with live bass. All the other stuff's been programmed. And now I've got to go back over my other stuff and add live bass to it because it sounds so good. So I'm really into that. Thanks, brother.
Cool.
You all right? You okay?
Do
You
what?
okay? I haven't spoken to you. Are you okay? I haven't spoken to you for a bit.
Oh yeah, I'm fine. I've been doing good.
Good, man.
Tim's
Good,
been
man.
doing 15, 20 calls a day, Mark. He's been a busy boy. Friday and Monday there, he done 15 calls. He's got most of the people on the show here. Charisma, Tim Susie, Will Glass, the insert. So he's been busy, man. So he has. Let's go, Michael. Then our next guest, Mr. Andrews, and I'd like to say something nice about him before he comes on. So, Michael, you're next.
Man, the riff was amazing, and the harmonica in the background was killer too. It gave me like a Sons of Anarchy vibe in it. Like I wanted to ride my motorcycle, even though I don't have one. It's great. It's great, man. Love it. Really dark vibe. Amazing.
Thank you. Thank you so much. Cheers.
Mr. Steve Andrews, what's your thoughts here, brother?
Mark, I've told you before, and I'm going to tell you again, and I'm not surprised at all that other people have been commenting on this. Your harmonica is just a top quality sound you got there. And the other thing that I wanted to say is that, and again, I've told you before, you do it all. You write the songs, you play the instruments, you sing the songs, you make the video, you produce it all. You've done it again. And you've got your own sound there, and that's really important. I think you've actually defined yourself. You've got your own sound. You've got your own songs. It all gels together, and so just a top quality work.
Thank you, Steve. I appreciate it.
You're welcome.
Thanks,
I said Captain Greenbeard to Captain Redbeard. Mark Story, everyone. Till the next time, brother. In fact, you're on the heavy metal show that's advertised on the other screen here tomorrow night, so won't be long till we see you again, dude. So coming up next from Portugal, well, from Cardiff, actually, living in Portugal, Steve Andrews. Before you introduce yourself, Steve, Steve's birthday tomorrow. So everyone here for us, not tomorrow, next Tuesday. The next show next Tuesday is a song for change. It's a show for change. We've got about 5 artists already, 6 that's got songs for change that we've found. So if any have a song that's for hope or change, let us know and come to Steve Andrews' 70th birthday party, which is a podcast like this a week to the right now. So let us know if any can do that. But on to the next guest anyway. So it's Steve Andrews. Steve, could you introduce yourself and what's the story behind Time for Ocean's Aid, which we're going to see the acoustic version of today, or here rather?
Yes, certainly, Sparky. Yeah, thank you. I'm Steve Andrews. I'm also known as the Bard of Ely. That's because I used to live in an estate called Ely in Cardiff. I'm originally from Wales. I'm now living in Portugal. And besides being a singer-songwriter, I'm also an author and I'm an environmental activist. So I'm very concerned about what's going on in the world today and taking action to try and change it. I've got a book about the oceans called Saving Mother Ocean, and I've had an idea, which I'd love to see happen someday, of like big concerts taking place to raise awareness about the threats to the oceans. So this song, in a way, is to kind of introduce that. The song is called Time for Ocean Aid. It was recorded here in Portugal in a studio in the town I live in, which is Quinta do Conde. And it's basically just me and guitar. My producer, Ricardo Videlio, he owns the studios here, the Videlio studio. And it's just, he actually said to me at the time, he said, when Bob Dylan started, it was just Bob Dylan and his guitar. And sometimes that's all you need. So that's all you've got of me. You've just got me playing the guitar and singing my song. I hope you enjoy it.
Oh, they'll love it, dude. You know, as Wolf said and other people earlier, you know, he's a man of many genres. You know, Steve's got the most kids-ready song you'll ever hear in your life. If any of your kids hear it, they would fall in love with it straight away. He's got that. He's done a rap song, Steve Andrews. He's been on Britain's Got Talent, fighting with Simon Cowell almost, and all the rest of it. The Steve Andrews, man.
Yep.
Let's go, ladies and gentlemen. Time for Ocean Aid, the acoustic version. Enjoy.
We've got to save the birds, we've got to save the bees, we've got to save the forests, we've got to save the seas. When I look at all the mess we've made, I think it's time for ocean aid. Microplastic pollution, it's bound to make you think. It's even in the air you breathe and the water that you drink. When I look at all the mess we've made, I think it's time for ocean aid. Burned so much, Australia's been burning too. Wildfires are the new normal, so what are we gonna do? When I look at all the mess we've made, I think it's time for ocean aid. A sixth great extinction underway. But keep the economy growing, there's more jobs, I hear them say. When I look at all the mess we've made, I think it's time for ocean aid. Please tell me where they are. The ones in the media are just talking more blah blah. When I look at all the mess we've made, I think it's time for ocean aid. Save the birds, we've got to save the bees, we've got to save the forests, we've got to save the seas. When I look at all the mess we've made, I think it's time for ocean aid. When I look at all the mess we've made, I think it's time for ocean aid. When I look at all the mess we've made, I think it's time ActionAid.
Steve, the Bard of Eli, Mr. Greenbeard Andrews. Something minute. Love you, bro. And I've told you this before, but I'm going to say it again. I'm going to back everything that you stand for until as long as I live. And I'm going to, and every charity you stand for, we're going to embed it in the website and everything very soon. Because Steve is Top Talent Media. Steve's he's going to be writing lots of articles for everyone on my website as well. So our website, Kirsty's as well, is here. So Steve, just love you, bro. Let's go ladies first again, right? So we'll go Charisma, then Angie. And if the girls in Spain can hear us, they can go next. Charisma, what was your thoughts on Steve there? Did you enjoy that?
My first and foremost, I have to say, great message about caring for the environment. And the guitar playing was wonderful. I can sit and listen to that all day and just rock my head. So great music and great message.
Thank you, Charisma. Thank you.
Well said, dear. Angie, what's your thoughts there? And then KLG in Spain, if you're there.
Steve, I love your music. I love that you always have a message in all of your songs. And so far, I've been a part of this. And yeah, I agree with Charisma, just great message. And we really do need to take better care of where we're living and where we're at. But I love that you incorporate the need to share a really good message in all your songs. Thank you, Steve. And I love your guitar playing.
Thank you, Angie.
Well said. We'll go Rich and then Michael. And yes, Michael, we'll play that other song. That's no problem. Rich, then Michael.
Yeah, it reminded me of the Copperhead Road. I was just, you could almost have a stomp beat in that just to drive it along. It was great. You know, you could see the images of rivers and streams and stuff going on. The message is spot on. It'd be a really good propaganda jingle, little piece completely about the environment. I think it was great. Guitar sounded nice, and the voice is quite hypnotic. You keep into a very narrow vocal range, but it actually enhances the message. It's straight along. It's great. Enjoyed it immensely.
Here.
Thank you, Rich.
No
check out
problem.
his other song. Where does all the plastic go? That's got a great made.
Yeah, I bet.
Oh,
Well, I will do now. Yeah.
Honestly, he's a special individual. He doesn't just look great either. Do you know what I mean? So Michael, then Wolf.
Yeah, man, like I said before, sometimes you don't need a big production behind of it, especially since there is a very important message there. So it's easy to hear the message that way. And I like the vibe. The acoustic sounds great. Amazing, man.
Thank you, Michael. Much appreciated.
Well said, brother. Wolf, then Mr. Story.
Very hypnotic, Steve. And also, you got a great voice. I mean, you sound like Neil Young, and it's like the strumming is like canned heat. So you definitely got a great voice. Great voice.
Thank you. I have been compared with Neil Young before, which is
Yeah, we've heard
fantastic
that.
because he's one of my favorites. But it's not kind of intentional; it just happened.
Yeah,
But,
yeah, sure.
Also, Canned Heat. I saw Canned Heat many years ago. You know, fantastic band. So I really appreciate that. Thank you.
You're welcome.
Well said. Here, Neil Young's never had the guts to try a rap song, Wolf. But yeah, Mother Nature's rap. That's his rap song. Oh, what? Honestly. Mr. Story, then Mr. Associate, and then our next guest, the global director himself, Mr. Tim Consley. Story?
All right. Steve, first of all, I've got to point out that's a really awesome guitar tone you got on that song. I mean, it's so full. You know, you're truly one-off. You are a one-off. There's no one like you. You know, I mean, yeah, you got your influences. We all have. But you are the one and only Steve Andrews, and you are a really brilliant ambassador for the environment. And I am so proud to call you a friend. So proud of you.
Thank you so much, Mark.
I'll detail that, but let's wait till next Tuesday to tell him how much we love him, Mark. Do you know what I mean? Mr. Saucy.
Well, first off, excellent message, of course. And it's a subject that's very humbling to me in my 60 years being on the planet. It is definitely a subject we all need to pay attention to and be highlighted and be picked up on and then acted upon. So I love the message. That's a beautiful thing. I love your voice. I thought it was excellent. It wasn't what I was expecting, but I thought you did a great job on the vocal, and the story just kept me interested in listening throughout. Nice work.
Thank you, Tim.
Well said. Now, Mr. Whitebeard, you know who you are.
Yeah, Steve. You know, I really thought that was a great song. Like everybody else said, awesome message in it. And, you know, I want to tell you something. I admire your fervor for the things that you believe in. I admire that you don't just say, well, something should ought to be done and sit back and expect somebody else to do it. You are a man who wants to bring change. And brother, I admire you for it.
Thank you so much, Tim. That's really appreciated, because, you know, that's how I feel. I just feel like I got to do something, you know, so I try to do what I can.
Hey, and you've done a great job. And as you say, your work's never going to die. SteveAndrews.info is his website. I know it off by heart. Love you to bits. Mr. Greenbeard, Steve Andrews. Cheers, bro. There you go. So at this stage, I would like to stop the recording quickly and quickly start it again. So just ignore me for a second. And Tim Consley, you're up next, brother. So 1, 2, 3. Hi, and welcome back to the 1010 podcast, episode 39. Coming up next from Indiana, needs no introduction in this show, Tim Consley. Could you introduce yourself, bro, and the story behind your song? And I want to dedicate this to KLJ, who's in Spain. A Good Woman, the song's called. Why did you write that? Go ahead, Tim.
Yeah.
Please. Okay.
I'm Tim Consley. I write, sing, play all instruments, record, mix, master all of my songs. This song, A Good Woman, well, the song is basically, you know, I play blues rock music, so there's a whole lot of my woman done up and left me songs, and I'm guilty as anybody of playing a lot of those. But I kind of felt like I wanted to do one that talked about what a good woman was. And so that's what I did with this song. Now, I want to put you in kind of a setting with this song. This is not the usual song that you hear from me. This song is, if you want to think about 3 old guys sitting on a porch somewhere down in the deep South with 2 acoustic guitars, one of them playing slide guitar, which this is the first album, this first time I've ever played slide in 52 years of playing, and in a bass. And I purposely recorded this song without drums, and therefore I did not record to any metronome as I usually do, just that if it's got a little bit of slop here or there, it's something you might expect to hear if you're driving through down south somewhere and 3 guys are sitting on the porch and they're just jamming. So that's pretty much the setup for this song.
Fantastic. Seeing you say 3 old guys sitting on the porch jamming, I think you use Stephen Mark. I'm sorry. Take that. Honestly, you need to reenact that one day. A Good Woman by the Riff Master, Tim Consley. Let's go, ladies and gentlemen. Enjoy.
A man in love, he's found a woman which dreams are made of. She cares and loves him, quite a woman indeed. She makes sure she cares for all of his needs. She's there to back him, she never lets her man down. She helps relax him after a bad day in the town. Can be hard to find one that doesn't make him go out of his mind. Listen to me, cause you know that is true. A good woman can do great things for you. She's there to back him, she never lets her man down. She helps relax him after a bad day in the town.
Absolutely beautiful. I want to hear more of the slide, brother. Honestly, that's all I've got to say. Now let's not be sexist and let's start with some males for a change. Right, I'm only kidding. We've got three more guests. We've got Charisma. We're going to put next, then Rich, and then the Unservant. And actually, JB Butterfield's song is so good. He couldn't make it. He tried to get in, that we have to review that at the end because it's world class. But let's go, Wolf. Steve, then Mark. Wolf.
Yeah, great track. With the backing vocals, it made me think of Taj Mahal. And I know that's a great thing to hear for any artist. Yeah, and it's it's very raw. It's like raw bluesy. I love that. Loved it. Yeah.
Thank you.
Well said. Can I just get a button and tell you, Wolf, he does not go to any big fancy studio to do anything. He makes all his songs in between 24 and 48 hours from start to finish. All the instruments, everything. And in the middle of doing everything else he does in his life. He's an absolute genius, and he's done everything on mobile phones. And, you know, what I'm saying is, if you like that, it could be 20% better mastered and some... Tim, Joey Stuckey, get him over to your studio. Tim's actually coming on the Joey Stuckey Music Mentor podcast with me. And Joey's best friends, by the way, with Alan Parsons. So don't think that's not a good thing to be on, Tim. And as long as you're fit enough to go over there, I know you're, not the healthiest, same as me or whatever, but if you can go over there, he'll change your life, man. I think he will, because you're a genius. Anyway, I'll stop kissing your butt. I love you. Right, Steve Andrews, Mark Story, and then Mr. Saucy. Susie?
Tim, I thought that was brilliant. I think all of your stuff is brilliant. You know that. And what this song had, it had that just kind of a raw, like a live edge to it, which made it in a way kind of so much more real that you could kind of picture yourself, you're there and listening to you playing that. And I thought just a top song.
Thank you, Steve. I appreciate that.
You're welcome.
Well said. Let's go Mark Story, then Tim.
Well, Tim, I totally got into the whole sitting on the porch with acoustic guitars vibe. If I closed my eyes, I could see me, you, Steve, Sparky, the whole family just sitting there rocking out. Your Resurgence album is a very, very strong album. I've got quite a few tracks off it now, and you really have pushed the bar higher. Nice work on the slide. I've flirted with slide myself. It's a tricky one, but it's nice. But what I will say, guitar playing is always awesome. But I've got to say, I don't know if anyone's ever said this before, but you've got such a powerful voice, man. It's really like bang, you know what I mean? And although it was a gentle song, just acoustic and vocals, the vocals didn't overpower the acoustic guitar. You've got a very, very powerful voice. Some more power to you, bro. You know, cool.
Thank
It's
you.
all cool.
My mama always told me as a child, she said, you don't need no microphone, son.
God, you don't.
Honestly, you're a powerhouse. You know, I used to sing to the full church as well and play all his instruments. He's a minister, the head of a church and all this. Special man. Mr. Sushi.
Yes, excellent job. Very passionate vocals there. I could feel your emotion in your vocals big time.
Mhm.
I was picturing the view of watching some people jamming on the porch, and I felt like I was there for a couple minutes listening to that. Very nice, very good subject about strong women. They're always needed in our lives.
Yes,
Nice.
absolutely.
Excellent job, Jeff.
Thank you very much, bro. Thank you.
Do you know, there's never been a successful man without a good woman by his side ever in history.
That's
That's
right.
a fact. I'll tell you that right now. Anyway, Rich, I wasn't want to go Tim and then Rich, because Rich always butts in, so I'll just wait. Right, Rich, it's you, Rich, and then Michael, and then it's the ladies last this time, so take that. Rich, and then Michael. That'd be
Well,
funny.
as an Englishman that perfectly conjured up the deep south of America to me, I could just almost smell the moonshine, and it was lovely. I thought the vocal was great, and it was almost a lament, really. As long as a blues, it was a lament. It was lovely, and I couldn't tell whether you had a bit of resonator guitar in there. I wasn't. It sounded like a national or something at the times.
No.
But it's beautifully put together, and your voice is amazing.
Thank you. Thank you so much. I
Loved
appreciate
it.
that.
Loved it.
Well said, Rich. So Michael, then Angie, then our next guest, Charisma.
And the voice there is really a killer. I love it. I love the blues vibe. The riff actually sounds amazing. All the sound actually, I really love that. Just like I imagine like a sitting in a bar drinking beer or something, and it's playing in the background. It's amazing. Love it.
Thank you. Thank you so much.
Well said. Angie, what was your thoughts there? And I know you love Tim. You're best friends already, but what was your thoughts on that particular track? Slide guitar and all.
Yeah, the slide. I wish I could do that. And it is tricky. And I agree with Mark. You were singing that song, and you just feel that power behind your vocals. I didn't realize you could push it out like that. That's amazing, Tim. And you're just instrumentation. You just have such good songs on this album. I've already listened to it since I am a Spotify subscriber. And yes, I loved it, and I love all your stuff. And thank you for sharing it, and just all your talent that you got wrapped up in there. I would have never thought a white boy could sing like that. I mean, there's some white boys out there that can't sing like that. I loved it.
Well
Thank
said,
you.
Angie. That's-
Thank you so much.
Miss Charisma in Pennsylvania. What's your thoughts here, dear?
I thought it was just really nice. I like the message, and I can tell that he's a very seasoned musician, and the vocals were beautiful. I just love how he went from a soft to a nice, loud, harsh. It was just wonderful. I really liked it. I enjoyed it.
Thank you so much. Thank you.
Mhm.
Well said, well said. Tim Consley, I'm going to blow you a kiss. You better catch it. It's floating by your head. Catch it. There you go. You got it. Nice one. Tim Consley, the Riff Master. Until the next time. Cheers, brother. Love you, man.
Amen.
So coming up next, and as we say, this is a diverse show. This isn't a studio track. This is Charisma singing on her phone. So Charisma, could you introduce yourself, who you are, and what's the story behind your song Married, or the song you're singing Married? Yes, please.
Yes, I'm Charisma. I'm from Pennsylvania. The message for the song came about. I was just my sister and her now husband had a lot of problems, in a relationship, and then it turned out to be just wonderful. They had a beautiful, big, huge wedding, so it just turned out to be nice. And then, my family always says, you always write music about our situations, and that's where I get the message from most of the time. But that's how the song came about. And unlike everybody else, I just been doing music for a couple years, and I'm just getting a feel at how things work. So that's what it was.
Honestly, you're fantastic. Charisma, everyone. If you're not acquainted yet, you're going to love her. This is a track, Married. So sit back and enjoy. One love.
We had a hard start, then things just fell apart, yeah, yeah. But now that we're together, we made it through the storms and all kind of weather, and I'm in love with you, and you in love with me, yeah, yeah. So let's just stay together, get married, make history, yeah, yeah. It's been too long, it's way overdue. I've never felt this way until I found you. When I walked down that aisle and I see you, it's gonna be a life brand new. And I'm in love with you, and you in love with me, yeah, yeah. So let's just stay together, get married, make history, yeah, yeah. Our love will last to the end of time, 'cause I have your heart and you have mine. Our love is here to stay, whether sunshine or pouring rain, 'cause I'm in love with you, and you in love with me, yeah, yeah. So let's just stay together, get married, make history, yeah, yeah. 'Cause I'm in love with you, yeah, yeah. And you in love with me, yeah, yeah, yeah.
Miss Charisma, everyone. I love it. Honestly, yeah, absolutely fantastic. Honestly, beautiful.
Thank you.
Let's go back to ladies first, because if Kirsty and that are here and they can hear us, unmute yourselves. But let's go, Angie, first of all.
Charisma, that, well, you have a beautiful voice, Juan. I want to say that. And
Thank
you
you.
did write this song, right? Is that correct?
Yes, yeah, yes.
Beautiful song. And yes, I love the lyrics and just really, really nice vocals. And
Thank
yeah,
you.
thank you for sharing that. I really like that. Keep singing
Thank
and
you.
writing.
Thank you.
Welcome.
Well said, Angie. Tim Consley, then Tim Susie.
Hello again, Charisma.
Hello.
So I absolutely thought that was beautiful.
Oh, thank you.
Both the song and your voice.
Oh, thank you.
Yes, your voice was so silky smooth. I just absolutely loved it. And the lyrics of the song and the beat of the song, I mean, it just all came together for a fantastic track. Absolutely.
Oh, wow. I appreciate that. I really do. You know, for just starting out, you know, for the few years, that is just great to hear.
Thank you. You're welcome very much.
Thank you.
Well said, Tim 1. Tim 2.
Yeah, excellent, soulful performance there. I could see that you're reaching deep down inside yourself to find your vocal and find your voice, and the effort you're putting in there, you're going to find it, and you're going to get better every day. I love the lyrics. It was kind of a romantic ballad. I enjoyed it very much. Good job.
Well said, well said. Wolf and then Michael.
Yeah, Charisma, very nice R&B track. I like the lyrics, and it's a kind of a personal song. I got that feeling, and I like when there was like there's some space, a lot of space in the. I like the beat. There's a lot of space in the song where it gets quiet. So I can't wait to hear what you do in the studio.
Yeah.
Should be really
Exactly
great.
what I was thinking, Wolf.
Thank you. I appreciate it.
Yeah, keep up the good work.
Well
Thank
said,
you.
bro. Nice one. Michael, then Steve, then Mark, then our next guest, who is Rich. But Michael.
Yeah, song was great. The beat actually was really great. Got that romantic / sexy vibe in it. I love it. And yeah, I would like to hear it in a studio version,
Yes.
Sounds really good. Keep it up.
Thank you.
Well said, Michael. And do you know something? I don't know how close that you live to our family member from Pennsylvania called Christina Marie, but she's world class. I hope you might know her. I swear she's amazing, isn't she, guys? That know her already. So I want to make you friends with her. It's a shame she couldn't make it tonight. She's got a young baby.
Okay.
Steve Andrews, Mark Story.
Charisma, I thought your voice was very soulful, and I really enjoyed the song. And what I thought as well is you have a really distinctive voice. So, I'm sure like if you got a lot more songs together, you'd have like your own sound there, because I could hear that you had that in your voice.
Thank you.
Great work there.
Thank you.
Well said. From Greenbeard to the Redbeard.
Yeah, Charisma, your name suits you because you have a lot of charisma.
Oh, thank you.
And I don't think you get any more stripped back than singing along to a backing track like you did there. It's a very brave thing to do. Your vocals were great, and from a producer's point of view, I was just building that track up in my head with all the things that could be added to it. It sounds so good, just you singing that into the mic. If that was in a full production studio, I think you'd be up there with, dare I say, Beyonce, something like that.
Wow.
Got a fantastic R&B voice. It's awesome, and it's. I think that song's got a lot of mileage in it. I think you're going to get a lot of mileage out of that tune. So yeah, really cool. It's.
Thank you.
It was a very, very professional song.
Thank you. I appreciate it. I appreciate it because once again, I think that you're also a seasoned musician. So I'll take that to heart, what you just said. I appreciate it.
Hey, Mark's been doing music for over 50 years. I'm not like to stick him in it.
Yes.
Steve, and so's Tim. That's my three right-hand men. The reviews are valuable, aren't they? And you've only been doing it for 2 years. So Mark's got 50 years music experience. Yeah, honestly, Charisma, well said. Rich Dickinson, what's your thoughts before we get to your section, brother?
I just thought the vocal was amazing, and I thought with some production on that could be a really big number. It was lovely. It had a lovely soulful vibe to it. You could just lie back and listen to it. It's great, absolutely wonderful.
Thank you. Thank you.
Well said. Well said. So, Charisma, we'd love you to come back here, and whether you want to review other people's music, however party you want to be, come back, get all your songs featured. We'd love to have you here. It goes to all the guests tonight. But Charisma, everyone, thank you.
Thank you.
Till the next time. See you again. Coming up, second from end, unless we decide to play Mr. Butterfield's track, is Rich Dickinson from England. Could you introduce yourself, and why did you write the song Miracle? What's the story behind that, Rich?
Well, my name's Rich Dickinson. when I was 13 years old, I bought Jimi Hendrix's first Marshall amplifier. And I gigged it for a few years, and I put it in the back of my wardrobe and kept gigging without it because it was horrendously unreliable. I spent most of my life with a soldering iron putting it back together. And fast forward about 30 odd years, and Marshall found out that I owned Jimmy's amplifier. And there was a huge amount of interest. It went sort of exponential, long before the days of the internet, really. But anyway, I had to come up with some material to promote the Hendrix Signature series of the amplifier, one of which is behind me over there. And we toured, we had a tour put together with Blackfoot, the American band. And the reason why I've chosen this, I'm the new boy, so I only knew 2 hours ago that I was going to do this thing. So I very quickly picked this track because it's got Jimmy's amplifier on the guitar solos, which we recorded in the Marshall Theatre behind the Marshall factory. Jim Marshall, he's dead now, God rest him, but came to be quite a friend in the end. And we did some of the pre-production work there and the rest in the studio. The vocal is just thrown together. It was 15 years ago I recorded it, but it just stands as something that's a little bit wild. And, you know, just have a listen to it. Be kind.
Oh, Rich, it's brilliant, man. Me and Tim listened to it today. I straight away as soon as you sent me it, and we're like, yeah, man. Because I always ask my three amigos, can these people come in? I would like to bring this person as a co-host, and I run everything by Ray with the beers, and Tim's like, oh, brilliant. So Rich Dickinson and Miracle, everybody's going to love it. If the global director loves it, let's go, ladies and gentlemen. Miracle.
She She said, you go your way and I'll go mine. What you're doing is just a waste of time. And if I catch you doing one more time, you can close your eyes and kiss your ass goodbye. She said, you go your way and I'll go mine. What you're doing is just a waste of time. And if I catch you doing one more time, you can close your eyes and kiss your ass goodbye. She said, you go your way and I'll go mine. What you're doing is just a waste of time. And if I catch you doing one more time, you can close your eyes and kiss your ass goodbye. Yeah.
Boom. Hey.
It sounds like I just treated myself to a waft level.
Rich, I've been friends with you on Facebook for ages and I have no idea you played with Jimi Hendrix amp. I thought I was cool because my friend drew him up there and waiting out. You see this? Excuse the shots. Hey, if you're a Jimi Hendrix,
Oh, yeah.
my friend
Yeah,
Craig
they're
Barrett, he
looking
drew
nice.
that. He drew that. I'll send you a copy if you're a big fan. With
Yeah.
Craig Barrett, a free copy. I'll send you.
Okay.
Look at it. But anyway, back to your music.
That's
That was
brilliant.
absolutely world class, Rich. Let's go white beard, green beard, red beard first. Let's hear what these guys have to say.
Rich, that
Oh,
was
God, I-
totally killer. That was just so killer. I mean, your guitar playing, it's definitely Jimi Hendrix / Stevie Ray Vaughan fueled. I mean,
Thank you.
those two could just kill a guitar.
Absolutely.
Your vocals were fantastic, especially for this song. I thought it was great. And it took me back to my childhood because I am a child of the 60s. So it did take me back. And
Yeah.
that Hendrix
Same
amp,
here.
that Hendrix amp just, it sounded awesome. Man, you are a talent and a half.
Absolutely.
Great job.
Thank
Well
you.
said, well said. Steve Andrews, Mark Story, then Wolf.
Rich, that was amazing, and as Tim was just saying, it took him back. It took me back as well, and I actually saw Jimi Hendrix at the
Oh,
Isle of
did
Wight
you?
Festival.
Oh, look at you.
And you know, and what I was thinking, like all the way through, was I was thinking that could have been from any of the many festivals I used to go to, and I was one of these people who used to like be down the front, kind of dancing, freaking out to the music, you know, because that was how it used to grab me, and it still
Yeah, yeah,
grabs me.
it-
So I'm
it-
kind of
yeah.
moving along here. And
Yeah.
I loved the guitar work. I loved all the sounds there. And like I say, it took me back to another time, a time that I was really involved in. So thank you for that.
No, it's my pleasure. I'm glad you enjoyed it. Thank you.
Well said, Steve. Mark, then Wolf.
Well, Rich, you know, you've come on here with great humility and downplayed your talent. And I don't know why, because you are an exceptional talent. I wasn't expecting that. I didn't know what I was expecting, because obviously I've never heard you before. But the spirit of Jimmy is definitely coming through that amp. Your
Yeah, it
guitar
does.
playing, the guitar playing, the wah was just fantastic. I love the drop down at the end when you took it down, like you know, gave it a little bit of a mood swing.
Thank you very much. I
Vocals
appreciate
were
it.
awesome.
Thank you.
Just man, seriously, blew me away.
Thank you very
Yeah.
much.
Did anyone else see Redbeard Pure thrashing it there during that song? It was absolutely moshing on it, you Mark. Loved it, love it, love it. Miss Charisma, then Susie, Mr. Susie. Charisma, what's your thoughts there?
I thought it was wonderful. And my dad plays the guitar, and he's been playing for years since I was a little girl. And I'm gonna tell you what, the guitar playing, I can listen to that all day. And I agree with Mark, like the drop down at the end was perfect. So I just, are you on YouTube or anything? I would love to hear more of your music.
Well, I have got some stuff on YouTube, but nothing really worth looking at. I've only relaunched
I doubt
my
that.
career.
I doubt that.
I've only
I
been
doubt
back
that.
at it for 3 years, so I'm
Uh-huh.
kicking off again now. So,
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
Love
Rich.
to hear more. Love to hear more.
See here at
Thank you
Top
very
Talent
much.
Promotions. Tim Consley's got a website, right? Our website's toptalentpromotions.com. Tim Consley's website, free of charge, toptalentpromotions.com/Tim Consley. Beat that. And within an hour, he had his Reverb Nation, his Spotify, his Instagram, his Facebook, everything all embedded here. So we can do that for all of you, especially all you old farts, Rich. I'm only kidding, all you old guys that don't know. You don't know tech. Listen, there's tons of these like that. And that's the folk that I became really good friends with. Steve's the best. Mark can make mean videos. Tim's like a all-rounder, but you know, Rich, we can help you with that. That's what I want to say there. So well said, Charisma. Who is next here? Mr. Susie. Then Angie, if she's here. Mr. Susie.
Rich, very intense. Hendrix, I mean, God, what can you say about him? I still say greatest guitar of all time. Memories for me. I'll go back to those times of listening to the album of Hendrix and picking up the needle and placing it in the same spot of the over and over. So I try to learn one of those guitars. So Jimi Hendrix. But
that's how we did it.
Incredible. Wow. I
Well
loved
said.
it. I love the
Thank you.
wah action.
Thank you very much.
I up on Jimi Hendrix, heart and soul. That the blues that came out of him was just phenomenal, bar none. And I thought he set the standard for everything that's going to come after him as far as guitar.
Spot on.
And
yeah, spot on.
Well
Thank
said.
you. Thank you.
Wolf, I didn't bypass you, did I? Something's telling me there. Wolf, you said something, didn't you?
No, I haven't gone yet.
Sorry, Wolf, then Angie, they're our next guest, Michael. I thought I'd all span round, so I'm sorry. Wolf, then Angie.
Yeah, Rich, you got a great voice, and I can't. The good thing is, I was trying to think of who you sound like, and you don't sound like anybody. So you got your own sound.
I'll take that as a compliment. Thank you.
Yeah, definitely has an old school feel, but the drums were phenomenal, and
I'll just say that drummer was 16 when he recorded that.
Wow.
Well, and I'm going to tell you something that says a lot, because the beat made that song like current. And in other words, and they're not even current anymore, but I was thinking Red Hot Chili Peppers.
Yeah.
So you
Great
got
little lad. Great little lad.
So you got the old school sound, but you got the young person's beat.
Yeah.
I think you're onto something.
Absolutely.
Yeah, I think you're onto something. Really good.
Thank you very much.
Well said, Wolf. And just before you go, Angie, Charisma, you said your dad's a guitarist. I invite him on the show any Tuesday night at the same time. Whenever he wants to come on, if he's not got a YouTube track, make a video of him. And I don't care if he's not experienced, tell him to come on, right? And we'll feature your dad the next time. So Angie, MJ, and then our next guest, Michael, the unservant. Angie?
Yeah, I just have to agree with everybody else. I'm a big Jimi Hendrix fan as well. And that was just amazing. And just like he was just saying, the drums, I was thinking the same thing about the drums. There's just such an amazing beat there and really stood out and really brought the song out too. But your guitar playing, incredible. And
Thank you very much.
I'm very impressed with the sound and the musicians. Yeah, just incredible. And your vocals, very good and powerful. And I really enjoyed it.
Thank you. Thanks very much. Appreciate
Well
it.
said. Michael and Israel, before we get to your section, what's your thoughts there on Rich Dickinson?
First of all, wow, man, the guitar sounds fantastic. The drums are actual killers in this one. Your voice sounds so great. I like the 60s, 70s sound of it. When it was recorded, if I may ask you. Well,
where was it?
When?
When was 2005?
Wow, you really did a good job to recreate that sound. I love it. man.
Yes, it's recorded with a lot of old gear that we did deliberately. So
Amazing.
yeah, a bit of the Lenny Kravitz sort of vibe with the old school kit.
Look at, yeah, I actually, it's amazing. The Jimi Hendrix vibe, even a Black Sabbath vibe, a little bit, the drums, man. Good job. I love it.
Lovely, thank you. Yeah, great. We
Well
enjoyed
said.
recording it.
Well
Cheers.
said, dude. And you know, Miss Charisma's batteries just died there, so everyone stayed here all the time. Rich, absolutely wonderful. I'm glad I'm friends with you on Facebook, and I can't wait to see what else you've got, man. Wonderful musician. Till the next time, brother. Speak to you soon.
Thank
Yeah.
you very much.
Pleasure, pleasure.
Thank you.
So we've got one more guest that's here, and then we're going to do a vote, right? Whether we play J.B. Butterfield's song, who's not here, we can get him on the next time, or we can play the only other musician who's here tonight, Angie, and play one of her songs, because she's like Tracy Chapman's big sister or twin sister or something, you know. So that we'll have a decision whether we do Angie or JB, but it's the 10-10 podcast, 10 artists, 10 tracks. So I always make sure there's 10. But coming up next, Michael, represented by Michael, the Unservant from Israel. Could you introduce yourself, and what's the story behind your song, Dangos in the Snow?
Yeah, so I'm Michael. I grew up in Israel. Mostly play grunge, punk rock music, and the whole album goes from grunge to punk, alternative. I don't stick with one genre, but the overall is rock. I played all the instrument myself, and I sing, and I produce it, and that's it. Let's hear it.
Well, you know, you asked me to change it, so no one's even heard this. None of the co-hosts have even heard it, so it's a surprise for us all, but no doubt it's a cracker. So let's hear it.
Yeah.
The Unservant with Dangos in the Snow. And Angie, could you please send me the track, even if it's in Facebook Messenger, of the YouTube song you want featured, because it's only fair that we do you. So enjoy, ladies and gentlemen, Dangos in the Snow by the Unservant. Hey, man. Absolutely awesome. What a great fit you'll be for the second metal night that's getting advertised on the screen there. Honestly, bro, I'm going to hit you up for that. It's fully booked tomorrow. But Costa, the guy, do you know what? Use the same link tomorrow to come into the metal show to see the artist that's on it. You're more than welcome to, Michael. And if any of the other artists here want to come along to a metal show,
Sure,
I'll be
thank
honest,
you.
it's the same ticket to get into all the shows, right? So just keep it safe and yeah. Anyway, let's hear what everybody's got to say. And Angie, did you send a track to me by Facebook Messenger? Thumbs up when you do. Or I can just, it doesn't matter if we played it before, just we can play one again and you've got 2 sets of reviews. So let's go. Tim, Steve, then Mark.
Yeah, Michael, I thought that was really great. Great grunge sound, great composition to the song itself is what I really liked about it. And the vocals were good too. Just an all around awesome song. Good job.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Well said, well said. Steve, then Mark, then Wolf.
Michael, I thought that was amazing. I just absolutely loved the energy, the whole sound. It sounded like a full band you had there. And, you know, it was just really, really great.
Thanks, man.
You're welcome.
Well said, well said. Angie, do you want me just to go and find a song? I'm going to just go and find a song, right? So let's go. Mark, then Wolf, then Rich.
Well, you want me now?
Mark, story.
Yeah. Mark, that was great. You can hear it's grungy, but it's got a bit of a punk attitude as well. Maybe it's punge, you know. But no, seriously, it did have a real kind of punky groove to it, plus the energy, you know, which gave it the energy as well, and the grunge side of it. But that's you know, you've got your influences, but quite frankly, all I really heard was you. You definitely got a real talent there, and I love your style. I love your attack, and that's really cool, man. Really cool.
It's a huge compliment. Thank you so much.
Well said, well said. And I've got it sorted, Angie, don't worry. So Wolf, then Mr. Saucy. Susie.
Michael, great track, very tight, and the drums phenomenal. You know, the way you change the beat, at least 3 different rhythms, it could actually be 3 different songs, and that's a good thing. Yeah, so it's not the song starts one way and you think it's going to be just straight, but you made it so it was very interesting and kept my attention. It's
not like verse, chorus, verse. It's just one track of something. I don't know.
Yeah, so it was very interesting and kept my attention. So great track. Congratulations.
Thank you so much.
And I have to go, guys. So thank you.
Wolf, thanks for being here, dude. You've only missed the Angie's track here at the end, but in the article tomorrow you'll see her section. So Wolf, thank you, bro. Thanks for staying so long.
Thank you.
2 hours.
I'll listen to a few minutes of it. Thanks.
No worries. Mr. Susie, then Rich.
Okay. Yeah, I heard a little bit of progressive punk, sort of. I heard a little bit of Chili Peppers there. Nice riffs, nice guitar riffs. Excellent rock and beat. I love the vocal. I sound like you had a rock box effect, vocals and parts.
Rock box effect. Just a little bit distortion, EQ, and reverb, and that's it.
Oh, nice. Good job.
Nice. Rich, and I don't know if I bypassed Tim because I was multitasking there. So Rich and Tim, if you've been or not, and then Angie, our next and final guest. Rich?
Yeah, I thought that was superb. It got echoes of Kurt Cobain, and it had a bit of London punk in it, and it was just mixed together beautifully. You kept thinking it was going to go somewhere else, and it didn't. It just reinforced what was going along. I loved it. I really did enjoy listening to that. It's spot on. Well done.
Thank you so much.
Well said, well said.
Perfect.
Angie in Idaho, what's your thoughts before we get to you and your song, Tell Me Why? What's your thoughts there, Angie? You're muted there, darling, so you are. Unmute yourself. And then, yeah.
I agree. I can hear the chili peppers in there. Your style's really good. I like how you mixed it up like that, and all the musicians. Just I don't know if you played everything, but it was amazing in your vocals. Yeah, so very talented. Yeah, and I really enjoyed it. Thank you.
Thank you so much.
You're welcome. Yeah, it's really good.
So, Michael, just like everyone, we hope to, me and Tim, Mark, Steve, Kirsty, and everybody, we hope to bring you all into the music for Andrew. We hope to bring you all in here because we've got a very special thing going on. So, be uncertain until the next time. Thank you. Cheers, Michael.
So much. I'm still here.
So, coming up in last place, and Tim, just say to JB about getting another place. It's better to feature Angie. She sat here and wanted us the full show. Angie MJ, our good friend in Idaho, could you unmute yourself, introduce yourself, and tell us the story behind your song Tell Me Why, which is just made on your phone again, so people can imagine how good it could be. Even when you see this, it's amazing. So, Angie, who's Angie MJ, and why did you write Tell Me Why?
Okay. Hi, guys. This is Angie again. And yeah, so I wrote this song out of, you know how like you're going through life and you have some struggles and some tough times. And even if you're feeling like you're making the best choices and things just seem like to not work in your favor, it feels like that, right? And I know we all have been there. And that's what this song's about. It's just about, even though I'm trying to do the best I can, there still seems to be the hurt, but at the same time, there's still some peace and joy at the end of it. And so also I have some songs I have 2 songs I got into the studio last week. I'm so excited about, and I have 2 songs that will be featured on Apple Music and Spotify. So I'm excited about that. That's this coming Friday. So hope you guys enjoy, and thank you for listening.
For anyone who's not seen Angie, just sit back, big massive smiles, and remember I says Tracy Chapman's twin sister or something. I'm not like to compare, but yeah, that's the first thing you'll think. Tell Me Why. Amazing track. Enjoy.
Appreciate it. Thanks.
Tell me why it seems you're not here. Tell me why when my life is unclear. Tell me why when I ask I can't hear. Tell me why, 'cause the pain is still here. I
Angie M.G, ladies and gentlemen. Hey, sorry, JB Butterfield. We'll feature you the next time. Angie MG, everybody, love you, darling. You're absolutely magnificent. Honestly, this is the last round here, so let's start with. I know how much Tim. I want to hear this. Tim, then Rich. Tim Consley, then Rich.
Angie, you know that I love you, girl. I love not only your talent, I love you. You're like a sister to me, even though you think white men can't belt. But that song drew me in, not only with your amazing smooth vocals, not only your guitar, but the words in that song just drew me in. You were spinning emotions with that song. I absolutely loved it. You are fantastic.
Well said. Well
Thank
said.
you so much, Tim. I appreciate it.
Mr. Dickinson in England and Mr. Andrews in Portugal.
I thought it was beautiful, lovely. It has got echoes of Tracy Chapman. Just a lovely song, lovely words, and your delivery was spot on. I think it's really professional. Very nice indeed. Enjoyed that immensely. I don't know what else to say. Great.
Thank you, Rich. Appreciate
Look at
it.
the smile. Look at the smile you put on her face, Rich. You couldn't say it. Mr. Andrews, we know you love Angie already, but yeah, what's your thoughts, brother?
Angie, there is one word for your performance, your song there. The word is beautiful. It's a beautiful song, beautiful singing, how you performed the song, your vocals, beautiful playing guitar. So all of them beautiful.
Thank you, Steve.
Well said. Michael in Israel and Mark in London.
Yeah, it was really beautiful. I love the singing, the lyrics, and your guitar sounds great. And very chill. I mean, soft. I love that.
Thank you, Michael. Appreciate it.
Well said, Mark. And then our final compliment of the evening, Mr. Susie, Mr. Story.
Yeah, Angie, you know, we've spoken many times, and you come across to me as such a beautiful soul, you know, just a lovely person. And that comes out in your music, you know, and I've seen you play your guitar and sing your tunes. They always stand up without anything else. They always stand up. Can I ask you, have you got a TikTok account?
I don't. I did, and then I got rid of it. And I probably should do it again, but
Yeah,
no,
do
I
you know
don't.
what? I mean, I personally think that if you uploaded your videos onto TikTok, the style of music you do, I think you really will broaden your fan base. I think you do really well. I do it. I do stuff in there. Doesn't work out too well for me because I'm so dark, but it has its moments. But seriously, I think your songs would really make a big impact on that platform.
Okay.
Definitely something to consider. That's a great song. Another great tune from you. I've never heard a bad song from you, you know, and you always deliver it with such passion and such beauty. So thank you.
Thanks for the suggestion, Mark. Yeah, I'll look into that. Thank you so much. I appreciate the compliments.
And just remember, she's just doing it on the mobile phone. It's like a first time recording, Mark. Just give me it, record, boom, take that. Hey. Again, imagine she was in Joey Stuckey's studio for a week trying to perfect that song. How good it would be, Mr. Stuckey. Calling you out, brother. Mr. Sosie, what's your thoughts there on Angie MG?
Well, Angie, I thought your voice is beautiful. I love it. It reminded me of many other prominent women folk artists. I couldn't put my finger exactly on it. I suppose that's because of your originality in there. I love the story behind. I loved your words, and your vocals were excellent. And what more can I say? Great voice. Keep up the good work.
Thank you, Tim. I appreciate it. Yeah, I was asking the guy that recorded me on Thursday, because I've been in the studio before. It's just been a few years, but I asked him if he thought how I sounded. And he's like, I don't know, it's hard because you have your own style. You're not, it's, and I mean, he said, yeah, you're kind of like a Tracy Chapman, but you're kind of like, I forget her name that sings Come to My Window. He's like, you're kind of a cross in there with her. And he said, you're not like Sarah McLachlan. You kind of have your own kind of little style, but I like all of like the Lilith Fair singers from back. You guys probably remember that back in like, was it the late 90s, early 2000s? And I'm a big Sheryl Crow fan. I'm Jewel. I like that style, that driven guitar riffs and stuff. I love that stuff. So yeah. And so thank you. Thank you.
Come to My Window was Melissa Etheridge.
Yeah, Melissa Etheridge. Yeah.
Honestly, you're absolutely wonderful. We all love you to pieces here. So that was Angie M.J. I am Sparky, and this is the 10